Have you ever wondered why continents are in the position that they are? It all has to do with plate tectonics. But before we get to start talking about them, we have to understand that before the plate tectonic theory, Earth was viewed more as a static Earth. Pretty much that there was a crust, a mantle, a core, and an inner core. But it was all seen as static, meaning it didn't move around. But after the plate tectonic theory, Earth was more viewed as a dynamic Earth, that there's still the same layers, but that they were more moving around and interchanging. Not interchanging, but you understand what I mean. There were also two other theories, like two main popular theories that were around before this. There was tectonic drift, where pretty much all the continents were in supercontinent, as shown right here, named Pangea, and then they split off and drifted apart. There was also C4 spreading, but due to the lack of evidence, like lack of too much evidence, and like people needing more evidence, they weren't really taken as valid. But along with pieces of that and more great minds, the idea of plate tectonics were born, and we will talk more about it in the next clip. See you there. As you can see here are the continents, and the colored lines represent the tectonic plate boundaries. The plate boundaries along the edge of a continent are where a lot of subduction happens. Pretty much subduction is when a denser plate, usually it's an ocean plate, subducts or goes underneath a continental plate, and this creates volcanoes, mountains, and could also trigger some earthquakes. But what I'm going to focus on is explaining how new crust is made in these mid-ocean ridges, or also plate boundaries. So this is how new crust is made. So pretty much magma from the mantle rises up to this point, and because it's in the ocean, it is a mid-ocean ridge. Because it's in the ocean, the second it touches it, it hardens into like basalt. But pretty much it goes there, then the plate moves along, and as it moves along, it gets older, and once it meets another plate, since it's older, it gets more dense, so it subducts under, and it melts again in the mantle, becoming more magma, and it just continues on in this pretty much circle.